So by the time when I drop this video, it's going to be about 80 segments, 80 articles, actually 800 segments, 800 articles about this silly ass cartoon. Too late, it's already happening. I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. And the worst thing about these cartoon parodies of Meghan and Harry, including the South Park one, is that they are factually wrong. For instance, in this parody, they accuse Meghan of making Instagram posts for like 500K per post or whatever. That is not true. Meghan and Harry have not been on social media since 2020, and they have not confirmed out anything of coming back to social media, Instagram in particular, and they definitely haven't confirmed anything about making posts for money. But like a lot of journalism and then a lot of writing today, there's absolutely no research for facts. It is just about the headlines and the sensationalized bits and parts of the articles, because if they would have researched, they would know this is not true. But just like my previous video, and you can check that out up here, it's not like there's babies, children, women, men getting murdered, bombed, tortured, abused right now. It's not like there's like a war going on right now that is just horrifying. It's not like that is happening, right? It's not like that is going on currently. But of course, even if that was happening, we're gonna always focus on Meghan and Harry. Now, out of the thousand celebrities that has been parodied on South Park, Family Guy, The Simpsons, like of all the things, of all the people who have been parodied, I have never seen this much coverage about a parody for anyone that is of celebrity status, of even royal status. But it's just another tactic and another way to continue this cycle of abuse for these two, and just beat them down, to just get them to a point of where they can't take it anymore. And their goal is just to get between these two so that one of them can just break, and then they're split up, and then he moves back home with his tail between his legs asking for forgiveness, and she's out fending for herself with two kids. That is a narrative that they want, and they're going to continue to seek that narrative any way or any shape or any way possible they can get it. But you have to ask yourself, why is this happening right now? There's actually a war going on. Two wars going on right now. And this is our focus. So I'm going to oblige. I saw this tweet earlier or yesterday from GB News, and it was about, well, you can see it. Now, if you just base this entire article on this headline, you would think that there's rising tensions between Kate and William. That's how it reads, right? That's how I read it as well. But if you actually read the article, it is totally the opposite. It's nothing of the sort. But if you know the UK media's history, they have tactics that they have always used and they continue to use, and it's never going to change. And as I stated in previous videos, I believe there's something going on between William and Kate. That's just my opinion. But also, as I said, there are tactics that the UK media uses, and this is one of them, where they give you a bit of little crumbs, and they'll give you little, they'll dangle like the carrot right above your head, and they'll just tease you, or they'll just send out a little warning shot to the royal family and their press team, and then it's like a warning shot to get things in line or give them a little bit of something. And this is what I feel this is. Because we know GB News and we know the games that they play. And we know that they're not, how can I put it? They run by a different moral code. And also, this article came out as well by GB News about Prince William and Prince Harry's feud to continue over Christmas as Princess Kate steps back. What? In the article, it says Prince William and Prince Harry's feud to continue over Christmas as Princess Kate has stepped back from peacemaking, according to a royal commentator. How many damn peacemakers does they have? I can't. The article continues to say the Duke of Sussex is no longer on speaking terms with the Prince or the Prince and Princesses of Wales. Didn't we already know this? But this is where it gets interesting, and this comes from Jenny Bond, who is a royal commentator. And Jenny Bond, even though I don't really like a lot of things that she says, she is well connected. So I'm gonna believe her on this part. She says the source told her that Prince William and Kate are feeling incredible resentful towards Meghan and Harry for leaving them to pick up the work they dropped when they moved to the States. It says the extra workload that has been handed to them is huge. Yes, cutting ribbons is huge. Visiting charities and shelters and food banks is huge. It's given them even more responsibility, but they also had a huge. It also had a huge impact on their marriage and family life. And at times, it can feel like they are cracking under the relentless pressure. With less time at the home together and having to spend more time apart, they feel constantly torn apart in different. Oh, you know what? They literally travel like 10 miles from their cottage to go visit some of these spaces where they do their duties. How are they spending so much time apart? By just going 10 miles up the street. And how are they doing so much? Like, how do they have so much pressure on them when they don't even do that much anyway? I mean, have we forgotten? Not them trying to announce a separation and blaming it on Meghan and Harry for putting all this workload on them as to being the reason why they got a divorce or they're separating. Not that being the catalyst. Like, not them kind of just paving the way for that narrative. They know no end. But going back to something that Ingrid, that lady, said before, um, it got me thinking. I'm going to play this clip because this is when you say the quiet part out loud.
The Sussex squad, who are huge supporters, and anyone that should dare to speak out unkindly about Harry and Meghan get a very hard time from what we call the Sussex squad. But genuinely, what kind of support do they have, and what do they really want to do? You're quite right, Mike. We don't know, and we should know by now. It would be nice to know, and then one can perhaps talk about them in a sort of fairer way if we knew what they were trying to do. I actually feel that their PRs don't know what they're doing either. So surely they would don't go from.
You should know what they're doing. You should know. You should know. Ma'am, that excuse of you should know what they're doing ran away a long time ago when you chased them out the country and whinged for years about them spending or how much they were spending on just renovating their home. You don't pay for them no more. They're making their own money. I do not understand why you people still care about what they are doing with their own money and how they make their money. But that clip was just a perfect example of when you say the quiet part out loud. Because it only confirms what I always suspected. And that is the fact that because the UK media has no real true sourcing or sources in the Sussex camp, they are just making up anything they can and they're just agitating the beast until they get a response from them. They are mad that they don't have access. And they are this is what you do when you're just lashing out. You're angry and you're lashing out. Just like an ex. Time to let that go. And it's time to focus on what's really going on in the Wales' camp.